What is the 13 Moon Collective? It's an idea that's been rolling around in my head forever, and it's taken from lots of things I've read, seen, and heard. We should live more in balance with the planet. I think we should probably go back to 13 lunar months, 28 days each, and then every year that leaves us with 364 days, and then we get a bonus day. Make that New Year's Day once a year to sort of roll the calendar over and make things even. In terms of governing, it's a collective. Councils of 13, to govern over as many people as that's possible. Whether that's 10 million, whether that's 100 million, I'm not sure what the number is, but we need some governance, especially, as a society. The more civilized we are and we gather together in larger and larger groups, we do need some sort of governance. Not to sort of control the things we do, but to control the things of daily life. Like we want the sewer systems to run, we want the roads to operate, the schools, the hospitals, right? Those need to be run somehow, and they should be publicly run for the good of all. So each council would be 7 women and 6 men, no ties, and a woman would always cast the deciding vote. Because I feel women always choose for the good of the collective, like 95% of the time, whereas men will most often choose for what's good for them and their ego. I think it's time for women to sort of rule again. I think the patriarchy is what's gotten us in trouble. And I mean, you just have to look around, hear the news and what's going on in the world, and you see that's pretty true. I'm hoping, for a new day to dawn. Is there still a possibility that we can turn things around? I believe there is, if enough of us got together and decided, no more war, no more greed. If we could stop greed, and I think that would be possible if we could take, the next generation or two and make sure no child went hungry, no child was abused, no child was homeless, and we took care of just our kids and gave them safe, nurturing environments to live in. I think we could eliminate greed, war, and all the stuff that's a cancer to our modern society. I could go on, but that's a big enough chunk for now, and I'll put it out there in the ether and see what happens. I'd be happy to talk with like-minded people that care about us as a collective. I think we've been fed narratives that pits us against each other. Middle class and poor against each other. Where really, in my belief, it's the billionaire class. It shouldn't exist. Billionaires are like dragons hoarding all the gold. They have more. They've accumulated more wealth than they could possibly spend in lifetimes, and there's billions of people on the planet that are literally starving and living in squalor, just so a few men, could be where they are. Most of this stuff started in the 80s with a me kind of culture, and with trickle-down economics, that was a lie. Yeah. Let the rich get richer. Let the rich get richer, and they'll create jobs and they'll do the thing. Look at a guy, the richest guys on the planet right now, they have companies that are worth billions of dollars, and they can't even pay their workers living wages. I constantly see in the news where we, vilify people on minimum wage. There should be no job that you work at for 40 hours and doesn't pay you a subsistence wage. And I can't understand why, well, I can. I guess it's just hard to, deal with a fallout of stuff. I think the ultimate thing would be if we could, get rid of money. They say, get rid of cash and go to digital. Well, if we went to digital, then why not give everyone $10 million and let them spend from that, right? It's a ramble. Thanks for bearing with me. If this has resonated with you, reach out. Let's connect. I think if we can get like-minded souls together, it takes only a small number to create change, to hold space for a better eventuality. We have the ability and the resources to make an abundant, the planet's abundant, but to make an abundant situation for every soul on the planet. And we have the capability to, get rid of the toxins. But at the base of it all, we've allowed some corporations, I guess, big pharma, big energy, big agra, and big money to take over everything. And if you bear down and you follow the money, as it were, you'll see that those ones there, um, are the corporations and the people that are pretty much keeping us enslaved. Um, so there you go. There you have it. Um, have a great day, and I hope to reach you.